proper medical care before she died.
As more children are being diagnosed with autism, the availability of services cannot keep up with the growing demand.
That's what a panel of experts told legislators today in Las Vegas. News 3's Sandra Gonzalez has more.
Douglas would cry and scream for hours while I was driving. He becomes self-abusive. He'd make several attempts to bite and scratch me as I'm driving.
Corey Ward told a legislative committee on health care about her experiences of driving her son on a 4-hour trip to be tested for autism. She was on video conference explaining life with autistic twins in rural Nevada. But in the Las Vegas Valley, autism experts say there are still difficulties to access therapy and treatment for children with autism spectrum disorder. Barbara Buckley is executive director of Legal Aid Center of Nevada.
It's a mess. We have kids on the waiting list whose lives could be changed if they were served, and they're not being served.
Experts say, according to the Centers for Disease Control, 1 in 68 children have autism. The numbers are rising. But here in Nevada, so many children are on waiting lists for services. And Jan Crandy, chair of the Nevada Commission on Autism Spectrum Disorder, says it's best to get treatment as babies and toddlers.
If we can get children before the age of 3, those children have a chance of becoming a normal, typical, attending regular education classes.
Otherwise, medical leaders say they will require a lifetime of therapy.
No.
Tiffany Manning has to handle her son Jaden when he starts to injure himself. She, like so many parents, want the best services for their children. And while insurance through the Affordable Care Act is in effect, they also say there are gaps in coverage for autism spectrum disorder, which is becoming very difficult for parents to navigate. Notably for applied behavior analysis, also known as ABA, which is the only recommended treatment by the Surgeon General. These autism leaders expect to be here next month to continue working with state legislators to find better coverage in Medicaid for children with autism. At the Grant Sawyer Building, Sandra Gonzalez, News 3.
And we should note lawmakers and autism experts will be in touch with Washington and Louisiana.
Those states are currently working on getting ABA coverage through Medicaid.
All right, the Nevada Public